G'day, it's Dan here with another video session for this Christmas challenge. This is going to be one of many videos, I suspect. So we're going to continue with building out our attribute stack here, and we're moving up to our action roll. So we're going to make this one a dice roll. So we're going to simply put in the dice roll string here, 1d6. There's a whole bunch of different ways we're going to be able to handle this. We could use result handler files. We could do 1d6 plus self. That would work. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to use a on before dice roll, something like that. On before dice roll is the function. Yep, action roll. We're going to use the modifier stack, and we're going to reset the modifier stack, and we're going to put a function in here, and we're going to reuse some code from template. Yep, this code here. Let's drag it back in here a bit. Now, value equals get value, fine. Name equals get name, that's fine. But here, this is not called mod, this is called action, strict underscore action. So in our replace, we're going to search for action instead of mod. We're going to replace it with nothing. We're going to set the first letter to uppercase, that's all good. We're going to add. So basically what's going to happen here is we're going to take the value that's in this field, add it to the modifier stack at the time of rolling, but the roll is then going to scoop it straight back up, add it to the roll, and reset the modifier stack. It's pretty straightforward actually. So let's go push this. Let's reload our tabletop. Okay, so we've got 2 in here. Double click on that. Alright, so 1 plus 2. See, I mentioned earlier that the modifier stack, when you've got a named role, it will actually put the modifier stack descriptions into brackets. So it's now no longer just called strength. If we were just to throw modifier in and throw a d6, it'll actually call this role strength. But this is actually called an action role because we told it through the Ruleset Wizard that this is an action role. And I've also put a tooltip on here. There's going to be a saving throws shortly. So it's an action role, and it puts the modifier stack stuff into brackets. Right, that was really super easy. So I don't think we need to do anything else there. Our modifier stack got reset. Let's just try it one more time. Try it with a negative number. We'll give ourselves a score of 6. Let's roll that. Typically the target is 4 or better, and we got a 0, so that will definitely not be a successful outing for poor old Alexi. Alright, let's look at our saving throws now. So looking at our notes, saving throws, you roll a d20 plus modifiers, easy, and we're looking to get equal or higher than your saving throw number. So we're going to have to give ourselves a saving throw number field on our character sheet. We've got ourselves a space here for it. I've also got fields, modifier fields here for it. I'm not sure if we're going to need those, but we'll just start with this at the moment. Scroll down here, so saving throw. So it's a number field. Let's drag that in. I think the size that I used over here was 36. Probably also want to find its left alignment, which was 48. And it looks about centered in its vertical one. If we have to tweak that later, we will. Okay, let's lock that while we're at it. And let's get rid of the frame. Let's put a font in there. And I'm not sure. I think this is going to be set automatically by our rule set eventually, but for the moment we need to set it a value. So I'm just going to give it a default value of 10 just for the moment. 9, 10. Default value of 10 for the moment, and that'll just get us going for the moment. We need to give it a name. We'll just call it saving throw. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to do no key edit true, so you have to do control scroll for the moment. But as I said, it's probably going to be programmatically set, but we're doing this later on. So what we now need to do is on our string, if we double click our attribute field in here, we know that this stuff is, so we want to do a roll. So let's go down here to dice roll, and we want to go roll a d20. So dice roll string is 1d20 plus, we need to add the modifier. So we could recalculate the modifier field or whatever, we could do that in the script, or we can reference either of these two fields because they're going to contain the modifier as well. So we'll reference the, this is where it breaks down a little bit, because I want to make this as cut and paste as possible. I wanted to try and avoid using the word strength in its name, but I'm going to leave it as this for the moment. We'll put that in strength underscore mod. We mull on it, we might think of a better way to do it later on. Our role description is simply saving throw. Actually, you know what? We are going to do this separately. We're going to use the modifier stack. Again, same way we did before. So use the modifier stack true, reset the modifier stack true, and look, we do want a result handler function, so we're actually going to have to put something in there. Let's do our on before dice roll stuff first. Let's get the values out of this one. Put it in here on before dice roll. Name is going to be, now we don't want to get the value of this field. What we actually want to do is go, so we're going to mess this one up a little bit. We're going to start with the name. We're then going to do all of our string manipulation on it, and this one here is, this field is actually called score, and we also need to get our modifier mod is equal to let's see before we do the string upper, smod is equal to sname do we even have to do it before that? Smod is equal to g sub, we're going to grab score and we're going to replace it with mod. Okay, sname is equal to that, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a local no car equals right, and then we're going to go local nmod local nmod is equal to, or we can actually use nValue. Local nValue is equal to, instead of this get value, because that's going to return a score like 12 or 16 or 8 or 7, we're actually going to do no car, so we're referencing the database now, going to get a child, and a child is going to be called, if we've done this right, smod dot get value. Right, and then modify stack add slot s name, which should be right, n value. Okay. Let's do this. This is going to do everything except for check it against the saving throw if we've coded this up correctly. Reload the table. Okay, so if I double click on this, it should be 2 minus 1, and it was so close. We don't have our capitalization going on properly here. So we got really, really, really close with this. Let's try adjusting the score here and seeing what happens. 10 plus 1, 11. Okay, awesome. Let's just fix that capitalization. So we've got s name is get name. I dropped that whole line. Let's grab it back from the template. Alright, that should fix that. And now what we want to do is compare it to our saving throw. So we're going to need a new script file here. So we're going to create a new script file. It's going to be called manager roles. And we're going to create a role called function. Saving throw. Okay. I'm actually going to paste a role in from somewhere else. It's going to need some work, of course, but our source, our target, our role, or our parameters have come in. That's correct. We're going to create a message. Yes. Local node car is our source. That should still be good. Okay, this is where we get the icon. This is all covered in other videos, and it's not essential. This basically, instead of when the GM makes a role, instead of giving the GM icon, it's actually going to grab the character's icon if it's a character sheet. And then we're going to do, okay, so we need something like n saving throw is equal to node car get child it's just called saving throw get value. And what we're trying to do is compare our role value. So it's going to be something like saving total is equal to rroll.a-1.result plus I think that's going to be close. What we're probably going to have to do is throw some debug on the roll out there. N saving throw is equal to this. Now if n saving total, provided we get this correct, is greater than or equal to the saving throw, then saving throw is success, else saving throw fail. And we probably want to also put in here this strength name or skill attribute name, but we'll do that one afterwards. Let's just see what we get when we do this one. Let's push this out. Manager roles. Okay, we actually haven't called it yet, so it's going to be called manager roles saving throw. So down here, result handler file will be called manager roles dot saving throw. I don't like that. I'm going to go saving throw and make that a capital S. Now I can't remember if we need to, I don't think we do. We don't have to put any brackets after this. So manager roles saving throw, saving throw. Let's see if this works. Actually, it's probably not likely to fully work, but let's see how close we get. Reloading our table. No errors on loading at least. So we double click on, okay, we've got a strength of 10, which was just the default value. Let's double click on saving throw. Now we've rolled a 3. Okay, so firstly, we've got an error here. Attempt to call field get child a nil value. Okay, so our R roll in bonus is a 0. A dice is, we rolled a 13, which is all good, but there should have been a +1. Saving throw strength +1. Here we've got it, rroll.endmod. So that should actually be okay. So our error is line 23, get child a nil value. Let's go check it out. Now remember, the error message could be on the line that's specified, or it could be on the line before as well. Alright. No car, get child, saving throw. I'm thinking that should have worked. So let's also do a debug on here and make sure that our no car is resolving correctly. Okay, because it's suggesting that saving throw doesn't exist, and really saving throw is valid here. It is a valid child, it should work. So let's publish it, see what we get. Reloading that table, no error messages in here. Clear that, close it. Alexi. I need a better dice combination of my colors here. So we've still got 24. So it's the same line, which is because we entered another line. So we've got car sheet ID 0001. Okay, but it's saying that get child nil value. Right, let's go check out our database. Okay, go minimize these. So we're going for our character sheet ID, and we're looking for strength. No, we're not looking for saving throw. So saving throw definitely exists. Car sheet ID 001 saving throw. That should work. So maybe there's a typo in the script on that line. Get child, saving throw, dot get value. That really looks correct to me. Saving throw. It is a number field. We know it's got a value in it. What we can do is, before this one, do another debug here. Go debug. Children. And we're going to do something like nocar.getChildren. That will tell us all of the child nodes that it's seeing. See if we can see what our error is here. No car get child. Okay, let's push that. No errors there so far. Get children. Okay. I understand what's going on now. What it is that our node car up here isn't actually giving us the node, it's actually just giving us the text string. And so we have to format our how we use this a little bit differently. Where we're using it is down here. So instead of that, what we need is get rid of that one, we don't need it. We're going to go here, db.getValue, and it's going to be something like node car append save and throw. Let's ping that one out there. Okay, that worked. Our debug is all there. Let's do a couple more roles to test. Success. It's a fail. Success. Let's also add some more modifiers in here, see if it picks those up properly. Yeah, 1 plus 1 plus 5, plus at 7, 13, we got success. So let's get rid of the debug and let's call that one a wrap. Thanks for your patience with this one.